actually came to a game 18 months ago. You know, as I said earlier, we've been on plenty of vacations over here to visit my son, and we got acquaintances, myself and Zoran, who knew each other, and I got invited to the game against Red Bull and really enjoyed the game. Charlotte were winners on the day 2-0, and it was a great atmosphere. You know, you could tell it was a community-driven club, you know, with the supporters, and I think that warmth and that feel never left me. So to answer your question, when the role came up, I was approached to see if I would be interested in the role, and I then done my due diligence and just spoke to my family, as I always do, and we felt that this could be a really good opportunity.
Who's a badass? She's a badass. Who's a badass? She's a badass.
Hey Dino, what's up, man? Welcome to Charlotte, dude. Man, we love you. Can't wait to see what you do on the pitch. Hopefully it won't be what Villa did to my Spurs, but you know, that's a whole nother story. But welcome to Charlotte. Man, we get some tea, maybe some crumpets, man, do an old English breakfast or something, man. Just hit us up. Love an interview.
Blood sausage.
Charlotte FC 3, Toronto FC 2. For the fans, by the fans, damn it! Vamos!
Everything's okay with that. Everything's gonna be so great. So, Charlotte FC, let's go. 3 points. Philadelphia, we're coming to you.
Big Apple was a golden delicious, baby. Let's go!
Atlanta, we go over there. We killing you.
Charlotte FC. Go Charlotte, baby. And if anyone on the team wants to marry me, you can.
Hey, big dubs, big dubs. Hey,
What'd you think of the game?
what did I think of the game?
Yeah.
I thought you were amazing. Hey, he doesn't get enough credit.
I do not get enough credit.
He's fucking amazing.
I am amazing. Yeah.
TJ, I'm gonna have to hire you for photography. And ain't no TJ, it's JT.
You changed the name, man.
It's fun. It's boot room, aka where all the cleats are. And it smells, the airflow in here is really good. It smells really good. If they want to stretch their stuff out, get their workout on, bam.
We love Christian, Kalina.
I don't know. What can March do better?
Kalina is absolutely top notch. We're
Top
so
notch.
proud of him. We love him in Charlotte. Yeah, he did a great job.
Like when you go on Kalina's website, you give them like a 5-star Yelp review.
100% every time.
Damn, I ain't got no interview or nothing. Anyway, over here at Queen City.
CLTFC fans, by the fans, damn it.
Hey, George. I got it. Is it CLTFC Fan TV for the fans, by the fans?
Damn it.
Yo, what's up, man? What's up? Welcome to the England Euro coverage for tonight. Yeah. just the English lads on the show tonight, man. Apparently JT said, I've got the kids. I'm not going to come on. So actually I kid. He said be here, but I guess he's running a little late. But what's up, Matt? How's it going?
Good. I've recovered from the boredom of the England game earlier to be able to be here today.
Yeah. I mean, look, people are already getting on us, man. I mean, it was a tough game to watch.
Yeah.
But you know what? We made it through, man. Hopefully we'll pick it up and we'll play better Sunday. That's all I can ask for.
It was like watching Charlotte under Mar all over again.
Yeah.
Lots of passing that went absolutely nowhere.
That's it. Hey, Edgar, man, appreciate you tuning in. Always supporting us from LA, man. If you guys want some LA news, go follow Edgar there. And yes, man, it's Algemon, man, for real, Algemon, man. So all good. Just got a text from JT. He'll be here in 5 minutes, so we can all bust on him in the comments there. And then for the crown, what's up? Defend the Queen. And good evening to Greg. What's up, buddy? Appreciate you meeting me for coffee this weekend, man. So we had some Dunkin' Donuts discussions about Shard FC on Saturday and maybe Sunday too. I can't remember. I think it was Saturday and Sunday. But yeah, man. So let's talk some Shard FC, man. You know, we went to Philly after having a short week, right? We picked up 3 points. I will say personally, I thought the first half I'd say the first 10, 15 minutes for sure, man. Kalina, I was like, oh no, man. I started giving you all these props and then you're going to just go ahead and do some shit, man. He gave away 2 passes and, Melanda saved us there. It could have been easily 1-0, man. But, Melanda was on point. That second half was a completely different team, man. And, Greg said he was going to tell you, but I did get some coffee. It was iced coffee though, so it was hot Saturday.
That doesn't count.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? But yeah, so no, Philly, man, we I thought we played well. You could tell the boys were a little tired, man, and so a 2-0, 3 points, and
it was our most maybe not our biggest win of the season. You can talk about like Atlanta away and maybe some games like that and some home wins earlier in the season, but just in terms of maybe convincing some MLS pundits and the rest of the league that we're for real a little bit. I feel like this maybe did that more so than any other game this season.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I think we're starting to get noticed for around the league for sure. I mean, teams are definitely going to be not looking at the calendar going, oh, that's an easy 3 points, right? I think we've kind of proved that. The only thing I'm worried about now is that that pressure that comes with winning, right? You know, that other pressure. I'm sure Dino can get the boys intact and with Westwood and everybody, but I just worry that, too many eyes can upset the cart, if you will. What do you think, Matt?
I'm good with that. I think that's a good problem to have. Like, it's better than the opposite problem.
Yeah, 100%.
Plus, I feel like our team is the personality of our players, especially our regular starting 11, like 12, 13 kind of players, is one that I think that they'll relish that. I think that winning is a habit.
Yes.
And we've got the habit right now. We've lost, is it 1 in 10? If you had said this to us at the start of the season, we would have bitten your arm off, bitten your leg off. Like, we would have been absolutely. At the start of the season, I remember having talks with you and we were talking about, hey, we want to get to the summer and not be like out of it completely.
Yeah.
We want to still be able to get into the playoffs at that point. So we were like hoping to be in touching distance of the playoffs, I think was probably what we were kind of thinking at that point. Yeah. Then get a couple of signings in the summer and go from there. Well, we're much better than that. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even at the beginning of the season, though, it felt different, right? Like ever since Dino's come on board, man, it's just the air around the club has felt a lot lighter and cleaner. But and again, I mean, Robert makes a valid point here. We're only doing this with one DP, man. So, and he missed a couple of games too. And along that lines, right? I mean, and you guys out there, put them in the comments and let me know, right? Carroll is out of the Euros, right? He doesn't look like he's going back to Italy. So, I mean, he's probably going to come back to Charlotte. Looking at this from a Charlotte perspective, do we suck it up and sort of like, come on back, man? Because, he can play a 10, right? He could play that 10 role. I mean, he's done it. Maybe him and Pat can link up. Or do we go out and get a 10, him in the 9, and have Pat come off the bench? I mean, I personally think if we go out and get a 10, keep Carroll, right? That's essentially gives us an extra 2 or 3 players because say Pat gets hurt up front, Carroll can slot in there. If, the 10 gets hurt, Carroll could slot back, right? So it kind of gives us a little bit more depth with just picking up one more player.
It does. My concern is that I don't think Carroll is a Dean Smith player. I was talking about this to someone earlier on today. I think he likes his players to be a bit more mobile than Carroll is. I don't think he thinks Carroll's a bad player. I just don't think he's not the right player for his system, perhaps. Do I think he's maybe better than some of what we've got today? Probably.
Yeah, he's better.
Right. I think Dean Smith has showed you've got to fit. Like you need the system is the be all and end all. Like you've got to have the right system in place, and you can't try and squeeze like round pegs in square holes. So I would be okay if he came back. My guess is that if he's in any way close to signing for anyone else, Zoran will probably tell him to stay in Europe and finish up that deal. If there's nothing on the horizon right now, then he's probably going to come back for a little bit. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I would take him back with open arms. I think he knows Charlotte, right? There's no kind of getting used to the city, the town, the country, that sort of thing. We don't have to worry about any visas or any of that, right?
I wonder if he rented out his apartment or if he still got it.
I'm sure. I mean, he's probably still got it, right? I would think. But, I don't know, man. I personally would take him back. I would keep him until the end of the year at least and then reassess, right? I mean, I don't think he got enough playing time for Poland to make his worth go up on the market. And so I just say we just, let bygones be bygones, bring him back and keep moving.
If that did happen, I guess the question would become, I still think we would need another signing. Do you bring him back and then go all out for a striker? Or do you bring him back and go all out for a cam?
Well, do you bring him back? And I'll one up that, right? Do you bring him back and say, all right, we sort of have that cam role field now. We got the striker with Pat. Let's go out and upgrade a winger, say maybe upgrade Vargas or somebody.
Could do. Vargas has been looking a little bit better recently.
Yeah, it's been, right. But yeah, I'm just trying to think how bringing Carroll back sort of opens up the team more for more depth. Maybe a couple of another player in a position we're not really looking at, right?
I'm on. If he did come back, I would probably still buy a DP number 9 because although obviously coming off of 2-goal performance by Pat, everyone's a little bit higher on him than they were before, and I like him a lot. But he is still young. He's still got things to improve on. He is still an absolute menace off the bench. Like, if we have a top class striker and you can bring Pat on for the last 15, 20 minutes of any game, and he will just bully the crap out of tired defenders, and it'll be fun to watch. Yeah. So I think I would still want, a starting number 9 in because I still think Pat needs a year or two to be a certified starter in this league. I think he's been a good fill-in, but I wouldn't start him.
Yeah, I'm the same way, Rand. I think Pat's got potential. He's still a little raw, right? But again, right? I mean, that could maybe help him if we brought Carroll back for the rest of the season to kind of help, develop him a little more, right? Yeah. And then again, we pass on Carroll at the end of the season, right? We sell him on in the winter transfer window instead, But and yes, I think Breck is still listed as a DP, but I think he's just
that can be changed pretty easily.
We can buy that down real quick. I think he's just barely taking that DP spot. But
I don't think it's even a case of buying it down. I think that it's a case of like he already is below that level, but you put him as a DP because you save on the salary cap over the course of that period of the season. Right, so then you just move him back to TAM level. I don't think you have to change anything with his contract at all. It's paperwork.
Yeah. And I mean, I agree with this. I mean, the thought was that a 9 and a 10 was what we were needing, right? But I mean, with this Carroll, sort of, it changes it, right? I mean, if nobody gets him, we're stuck with him. We might as well use him, right? I mean, grass is not always greener, I guess is what I'm saying. I mean, I know there was a lot of there was kind of some rumors going around, right, about Callum Wilson from Newcastle, right? I personally don't want it, man. I got tired of kind of repeating myself on Twitter and all that, but personally, I just think the man's too injury prone. Right?
I'm on board with you on that. I maybe don't feel quite as strongly as you do, but I agree that I think that he's too injury prone. Like a lot of people have talk badly when we sign anyone over 30 and all that stuff,
Yeah.
which I'm fine with sometimes. But when you've got how old is he? 32. When you've got a 32-year-old player and an injury-prone player all at once, that's what scares me. Westwood came in, I guess, off an injury as well, but it was one.
It's different
injury.
though.
It wasn't like the same injury. Like Wilson has had hamstring injury over and over and over again. Westwood was one big injury. It wasn't the case of it always happening, and he's been pretty uninjury prone here. So I think that's proven out to be.
Yeah, knock on wood, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Wilson missed 26 games, I think, last season, right, for Newcastle. And like you said, I mean, I think he got the flu or something too in there. But I mean, it's always been a hamstring injury for the last 3 or 4 years. And to drop 15 million on him because he's still in contract for another year, right, till 2025 with Newcastle. So, and then the other thought is, Newcastle now owned by some company out of Saudi Arabia, so I would imagine they're probably going to try to push him that way and give him a back. Because again, this is all assumptions, right? He's probably going to want to get paid one last time, right? Since he's at that age, and he's probably going to be close to retiring soon. So,
yeah, I would be, if we sign him, I'd support him, obviously, but I would be apprehensive.
Yeah, same. I mean, any player that puts on the badge for me, man, I'm going to support, right, until there's a reason not to. So I'm just reading some of these comments. We could technically sign 2 DPs if we really wanted to. Player salaries counts half when we sign in the summer, so would love for us to fully go for it. Yeah, I mean, ideally, right?
That's how it works.
What's that?
I don't know if that's how. I think it might be like I don't think it's like done over the course of the season. I think it's like what is your monthly or weekly salary? If it's over that level, then you're a DP. I think.
Right.
Because I could be wrong there, but I vaguely remember asking a similar question.
I can't figure out these I tried to. I read them and I don't think I understand them, and then a day later I've completely forgot, man. It all just sort of merges into one. But Americans in their sport, man. You know what I mean, Matt?
Yeah. This is where you need Vaughan.
Yeah, right, for real. Let's see. Again, right? I mean, I think obviously we can go for a 9 and 10 DP slot, right? And we could pay money, but I'm thinking if we're going to pay 12 to 15 million a player, Wilson's not it.
Yeah, I don't see Newcastle getting that much for him anyway, apart from maybe from Saudi Arabia because they're insane and do that kind of thing all the time.
But would you pay 8 to 10 for him? I still wouldn't pay that.
I would pay 6 or 7.
Yeah, right. But do you think they're going to
let money? So,
yeah, I know.
Right. 1 minute. Let me get my wallet out.
Yeah. That check you wrote me the other day did bounce, by the way. But yeah, so I mean, again, right? It's just a matter of I just don't think he's the right player for us, man. But if he comes to Charlotte, so be it. I'll support him at least for the first 45 minutes before he gets injured.
I like that style of player, though. I like the fact that's the exact kind of striker that we need. That I think would fit in our system. He's what I call mobile striker. Like he's gonna basically like Capetti, except a bit better, a bit smarter with his positioning, a bit better finisher.
Yeah, I mean, again, right? I mean, when he plays, he's a good player. There's no doubt in it, right? It's just a matter of how often is he going to play? I mean, we've been through that DP sort of thing with Jaws and stuff, right? Come in, get hurt, and never play, right? So, I don't know. I just think it's time to kind of freshen it up. And that's, we were a team that would like to replace our managers every year. I think we've outgrown that. So I think it's time for us to quit buying injured players on the cheap.
Agreed.
Yeah, agreed. Yes. So yeah, to recap, I guess I'll just say, man, I would let Carroll come back, man. I think he could fill 2 or 3 issues that we have with the 9, the 10, and some depth. So
I'm interested to see whether he usually after big tournaments, people let players like that go take a vacation.
Mm-hmm.
However, he also hasn't been playing there the whole season, so he's been playing since March. In February, I guess, over there. So he's not had a full season either. So I don't know what do they let him go on vacation? Do they say, hey, no, we need you to come back? It's a bit of a weird one.
I mean, again, I guess it really depends on what the thought is between everybody, right? I mean, it's not just say Dino or Zoran wants him if he doesn't want to come back. But I don't know. I don't feel like you wanted to go. But like you said earlier, maybe he's just not a Dino player. But regardless, I mean, everybody can be proven wrong as well, right? If that man starts coming in here and banging in 2 or 3 goals a game, man, or 1 or 2 even, right? So
he won a penalty against France today.
He did, man. He did, right? Yes. And France, who was it? Oh, Italy. Never mind. I'm getting all these so much football to watch, man. It's like all these games are all in one. Yeah, I mean, I would take Chris Wood, man. You know, I think he would be a solid player, at least for a year or 2, right? Yeah, and we'll get to the Houston stuff here in a minute. And Paulino, I don't know, maybe. We'll see. But yeah, I would think that Carroll, Dino, and Zoran are probably having some Zoom calls trying to flush out what all the parties want, right? And I don't know. I would bring him back. That's just me.
At the end of the day, if Dino is good with it, I'm good with it. He has definitely earned everyone's goodwill at this point.
Yeah, that man's proved himself for sure.
Yeah. I'd like to. By the way, I was on with you when. Hey,
I made it.
Yeah, you was on with us when what, Matt?
When we were debating between Lampard and Dean Smith, and I was very pro Dean Smith at the time.
Yes.
And there were a lot of people that were very pro Frank Lampard, and I said, no, he's a name. He's going to work for us. Dean Smith has proven himself to take mediocre teams and turn them into good teams enough times to me that I think he's going to do a good job.
Yeah. No, I was.
Now here we are, June 25th, about 8 months later. Dino has got us to 4th in MLS in the Eastern Conference, and Frank Lampard is still unemployed. So,
yeah, that's it.
I'm going to take that rare win for me.
Yeah. No, I was totally against just having a name, man. I wanted somebody with some pedigree behind him. So, yeah, I would say I would bring Daly over here in a heartbeat, man. But I think he's staying at Everton, if I'm not mistaken. The last I read up on it. So, anyways, JT, I'm glad you could join us, man. You're like 20 minutes late, bro.
Am I?
Yeah.
Oh man, I thought I was 40 minutes early. Yeah, you know, hey, it's summertime, y'all. Kids.
I'm just busting your chops, bro.
Hot. I know. It's hot. We're in the headband.
Heat dome.
Yeah.
We're not in a heat dome right now. Exactly.
Yeah, but you know what? 6 months from now is Christmas.
The humidity is really good right now.
Yeah. 6 months from today.
Hey, what have y'all talked about already? What's up?
We touched on Philly game and how Kalina, at least the first half. You know, we talked about how Kalina gave us a lot of heart attacks, but he pulled through, right? He kept the Kalina sheet, so that's awesome. We were talking about the possibility of Carroll coming back. Would you take Carroll back, JT?
All day. Why?
All day.
I mean, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Who out there would not do that?
You know,
I'm on the fence because I don't think he's a Dean Smith style player. But
that's the only reason you're saying that. Though,
yeah,
right?
It's not that I think he's a bad player at all.
Right.
I just don't know he'd fit the system.
Is Poland going on into the next round?
No, they got knocked out. So he's either coming back or taking a vacation. That's what we're not sure of.
So when will we know?
I don't know whether, because we're not transferring him in. I don't know the rules again, MLS rules. I don't know whether that means we have to wait till the transfer window opens, or whether because his loan deal is up as of 5 days' time. I think June 30th is when that expires. Could we, in theory, immediately play him from then, or do we have to wait until July 15th with the window?
I am pretty certain if we wanted to, we could throw him in for the Miami game this Wednesday coming up, a week tomorrow.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, it would.
There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way. I mean, there's no way.
Yeah, come on, Matt. Take it. So some people are just saying no, it'll screw the locker room up, man. Do you think they're professional enough to worry about?
I think he's a bad locker room guy.
I'll take this one. No, I'll take this one. I got some energy built up from dealing with bullshit that made me 20 minutes late to my own damn show. What I'm trying to say to you is, no one dislikes Swiderski. No, I mean, if you don't like his player, it's fine. But as far as him leaving, that was a business decision. He wasn't like, screw you. And they were like, screw you. I don't ever want to come back. No, he's like, listen, I'll come over play MLS. We know what the MLS is, people. We understand what it is. He always wanted to be in Europe. He always wants to be in Europe. But at the same time, if he's
Nobody from
back,
Europe is knocking.
yeah, but I'm just saying, Europe's not knocking. He knows the place. Only I like to make this point, Matt, because I'm pretty sure you were there that night. Only like DP signing that they pulled out the red carpet for the first DP ever. I mean, and that was such a fun night. And he was signing all autographs and whatever. So Swiderski also, my kid has the jersey, whatever. Yeah, it's fine. It's good. Why would you not want it?
See, I think, yeah. I mean, but hey, Paulie, what's up, buddy, man? Hope you're having a good summer. We miss you here in Charlotte. Carroll is not a Dean Smith's favorite for sure. His personality and way of playing is not what Dean Smith likes. I mean, so that kind of goes along the lines of what you were saying, Matt, right? You just don't think he's a Dean Smith player. So,
but if he comes back, this is when we need someone who knows the crazy intricacies of MLS trades and all that. If he comes back, is he locked in for 6 months, for a year? I mean, whatever. I mean, can we use him for the next in the season?
Yeah, I mean, like we were saying before.
What's the downside? Someone tell me what the downside is.
Other than that he might not slot into the system that Dino plays, I really don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All right, so I'm pretty sure Dean is a great coach, and he can figure out a way to use Karol Swiderski, who's been here, literally knows the pitch, and
this is a valid point right here, though. Right? I mean, he's going to want to play in the World Cup for Poland, right? And playing weekly in MLS is a lot better than being a sub in Italy, for sure.
Yeah, that's one thing I'd say about the move that he made is that he spent so much time on the bench there at a clearly crap team that couldn't score that I would imagine whatever move he does make now, he's going to be very careful to make sure that he moves to a team that's going to actually give him some playing time. What's the point of going to a bottom of the table Italian team and being on the bench?
Yeah, I mean, if he comes back to Charlotte, I think he's got a lot to prove, right? He's going to have that chip on his shoulder. I mean, like Defender Queen said here, how much of that side of Carroll was brought out by the battle with Enzo? So was that causing any issues? The man's got something to prove, right? And normally when somebody has something to prove, they shine, right? And why not have him do it at Charlotte while we're pushing so hard for this season and then just roll out and just take it all, man? Speaking
of Defend the Queen, it's Swiderski.
There we go. Let's make that a giveaway tonight, JT.
Well, what I wanted to do, because Adam, Defend the Queen, you've been so gracious to give us so many of your beautiful artwork to give away. I picked through what he has given to us besides the really good stuff, and I figured out. I said, I've got a 5-pack, and it's a deal. Whoever wins can pick from. We got Swiderski, who's coming back, by the way.
Damn straight.
And it's cool.
Hell yeah.
Listen, Fuchs.
Fuchs.
Classic. Oh, here's
Westwood. Westwood
is hold on. Let's see if I can do it. Let me see if I can do it. He's got a red card because he got
he misses Saturday's game because he got too many yellows.
Oh, so he's
I think he just wanted a week off so he could drink some of his beer.
So he just got
he's like, I don't fancy playing in Houston. It's too hot. I want to have some beers. I'm going to stay home for the weekend.
Doesn't have a red, just multiple yellows, so he has to take time off.
Yes.
That is some
and he got fined like $250.
That's bullshit. Oh, I haven't used this in a long time. I can't even right now. That's some bullshit.
Bullshit.
Anyway, and that one. Oh, here they are.
He might be only a game as well, by the way, from reducing. Reducing his number of yellows down one as well, back down to 3.
Number 4 in the collection.
Brand.
Hey, the mayor doing
That's not a
work.
bad collection, man. I might enter myself in for that.
And so whoever went, what's the word? What's the phrase?
I do it. We'll do. Why don't we just do something simple like hashtag CLTFC?
Okay. Nonetheless,
What about Aggie Gang?
picks from our friend Defender. Hilarious. Whichever one you want, but you got to get it from me, from my backpack, at the end of a game, or your proxy, where we hang out.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So there we have it, man. So yeah, enter hashtag CLTFC if you want to have a chance of winning one of those things that's done by Defender Queen. So yeah, I mean, second half, man, was a different game. The boys came out, looked a lot faster. Here's a little thing for you that our friend Edgar posts. It's mentioned. We had a chat before the game, and so apparently in Philly they opened up a new bar in the stadium called the Union Yards or something, and ever since then they've never won a home game.
It's like the opposite of Grimace and the Mets.
Exactly. So, man, it's
do people drink? I mean, if it's really getting that reputation, I know, but if it's getting that reputation, are people really drinking there now?
I don't know.
Wait,
man.
is it the bar or is it Raquinho, the raccoon, that caused the jinx?
I don't know, man. Ever since that bar's open, man, they haven't won a game. They need to go in there with some sage or something, man, and just get all those bad demons out.
Philly, we come to you. What was our fan saying?
What's that?
What was our fan of the week last week saying?
Oh, we come to you for the 3 points or something.
No, I gotta find it. I'm gonna find it.
Yeah, it was on the intro. But yeah, I mean, we walked away with 3 points. Patrick got 2. I thought the boys played a lot better in that second half. Kalina came up with some solid saves in the second half as well.
I'm interested in if that midfield, because obviously Westwood's going to be suspended this weekend, but will that midfield 3, until we do any moves with Cam players or Carroll or whatever, will that midfield 3 become our first choice midfield 3? Is an interesting question. I know Bender's.
I mean, he came.
Bender's controversial for 20,000 different reasons.
Yeah.
However, Cam is clearly an issue for us, and no one's been able to nail it down. First game he started, and we scored 2 goals away from home. So there's a case to be made for Bender starting at Cam for the meantime.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. And again, that goes back to the Carroll debate, man. That fixes something that we need right off the bat, right? But Bender did look lively. I thought he did very well. I think he played well. He got the start. Like I said, it was night and day for me on the second half, man. Benny. Yes. Paulie, man.
The girl saying Benny.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, again, I thought Bender did well. It's going to be interesting to see, I don't know too much about Houston, honestly. We may have a Houston guest join us. He says if he can make it, he will. So we'll find out here shortly. But
you want me to go get him?
Are you going to drive all the way to Houston?
No, I could just go find him real quick,
Oh.
I could just, get out of here.
Bushes?
What's that, Matt?
I said, where is he? Like in the bushes or something at your house?
I don't know. Hold on, real quick.
Houston. I was talking to him offline. I don't know what he's doing. JT's on one of those, whatever that C stuff. Ever since he started drinking that stuff, he's gone weird, man. He shut himself off. Yeah, and I mean, Bronico almost got another goal this weekend, man. I had to let him know. I was like, you were so close, Bronico. Man, you were so close. But
yeah. I think he's going to be captain. It's my assumption that he'll be captain in Westwood's place this weekend.
Yeah, a lot of people hate on Bronico, and I don't understand why, man. I think that man grinds it out, and he does a good job. And there's a reason that 2 other coaches have kept him around, man, and play him. So
as long as we don't let him get too far forward all the time, like he'll get a goal now and again, but he's not an attacking midfielder. He's a box midfielder.
Yeah, man. What was I going to say? Sorry, man. My it's a little warm in here, so I'm trying to cut my AC up or down.
I was going to give Yeri Urunen a shout out as well. Just I feel like he's been an unsung player for us this season. His assist was excellent this weekend. And he's part of our defense, which is the best, if not second best in the league, whatever it is right now. He's been very, very good this season, like both going forward and at the back. So what was that? His third or fourth assist as well. Like he's been great.
Yeah. No, he's been solid. I will say though, I noticed.
Hey, Houston's far away. Houston's far away. It's not close.
I will say that he was. It seems like since the Orlando game, people have been going heavier down that left side on our left side though. So, but he's hung in there, and I mean, you know, Byrne, he's been solid too. That whole back four and Kalina have been solid for us, man. And I mean, that's the same setup we had last year, right? It's just amazing what people can do.
Dino.
Yeah, hey, I heard the commentators, the Apple commentators, on Saturday talking about how Privet, and I forgot about it, was has always been a midfielder.
Yeah,
it has been put back in. So, do we? I mean, we love him there. Do we see him staying in that backfield position?
Yeah, well, Dino's already said that he sees him as a defender only because somebody asked him, I can't remember who it was, maybe in one of those presses or whatever, but he basically just said, like, no, in my eyes, Privet is a defender and that's where he shall play.
He's built like a defender rather than CB, rather than a midfielder as well. So like, at this point, he's maybe not all-star level, but he's not a million miles away.
No, it's like, what's it when they do it in the Oscars or something? You know, you got that supporting actor, right? That's Privet to me. And
he's the best supporting player.
Yes,
I like 100%. That. I like that. Lee, you might have just invented something. Man, you're so smart.
Sometimes I don't know how I do it, man. I'll
tell you how you do it. Get yourself an emergency. I'm telling you, since I've been drinking this, the cold's gone. But hey, I'm not gonna stop drinking it. Emergency, everybody. Emergency.
Yeah, if you could just do it,
you're gonna turn orange.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Matt.
It's vodka though.
Matt, it's orange on orange on orange.
Man. What's that, mate? Purple?
Like super orange. Is that like something from my grill earlier? Damn.
Yeah. Anyways, it's I was gonna say, if you just joined the show, #COTFC to enter in the giveaway. Yes. But no, yeah. And going back to the Privet and Milana thing, like that's why I'm kind of curious to see what's going to happen with this Ream deal. I mean, I haven't really heard much more other than when Top Gun broke it and everybody kind of got.
I don't think we will until after the US goes out of Copa.
Fair, but I mean, my question is what do you do? Do you upset that back four?
I think that you have to have 3 good starting centre backs in this league because the games come thick and fast. Someone's going to get injured. Like it's bound to happen. Just law averages. Like there's no way neither one of the two are going to get injured or suspended.
Who's not going to start? Who's not going to start?
Oh, so Matt,
I think they'll end up being like CB's by committee, basically.
Right.
And
who's the starting committee?
Depends. Like someone's going to get injured. Then you've got the Leagues Cup. I don't think. Like, let's be honest, we don't really like. Last year we didn't care about the Leagues Cup that much, but this year we definitely don't care about it because we're really focused on the league. So I think we're going to see a lot of rotation in the Leagues Cup and a lot of like Dino maybe testing some things out, and like we're not really going to care if we go out or not as much this year.
So I mean, who sees the door? Do we offload or try to offload Bill?
Yes.
You know, I mean, who was it that we loaned out or whatever? Diop, right? He's gone now, right? Recently, was it Diop?
Did that ever go through?
I thought he went on a loan or something, right?
Somebody our favorite Serbian team.
Yeah, but Matt, I mean, you're a Fulham fan, right? So you've watched Ream, get reamed, I guess, in the Premier League since you're a Fulham fan.
Reamed or Fanny? What?
Yeah. But I mean, the little time I see him play when obviously he's playing against Spurs, or I catch Fulham playing on another, against somebody else in the Premier League. And then, the small amount of games I watched the USA play, man, I just something about just being English. I just can't watch the US play all the time. But so what do you think, Areem? Has he still got it? Has he?
Yeah, for sure. At some point, anyone that age is gonna drop in quality. Like at some point, it's time waits for no one. It's coming for him eventually.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
However, he's still been a really good player. I will say, you've got to play him in the right system. You've got to have a pacey centre back alongside him, which Melanda definitely is for sure, and a reasonably good left back beside him, which I think Jerry can do as well for him.
Yeah.
I think he'll be good for us. He's not gonna be the best centre back in the league, but he's still playing at a really good level in the Premier League. Like it was 12 months ago where Pep Guardiola said to him, "If you were 3 or 4 years younger, I would be trying to buy you right now." Like,
yeah.
I've
heard that before too.
He also fits Dino's system. Like you can't have him play in a system where the defense has too high a line because he's not fast enough to recover from that.
Yeah.
He's more of a kind of sit back, solid kind of centre back. He's got really good passing range on him, like an unbelievably good passing range.
Yeah, for sure. I give him
like Privet's got pretty good passing range on him as well. Actually, to be fair, but I think he fits Dean's system really well. I think he'll come in.
It kind of goes back to the comment though Dean made about wanting a left-footed centre back, right?
Yeah.
So, it kind of answers that. I'd be kind of curious to see, what kind of pay he's going to get, right? And for how long. But
he definitely won't be a DP, I would guess, and TAM level probably.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot going on, man. It's, that once this window opens up, it's going to, it's silly season, right? As we like to call it over there in England. Everybody's going to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Associated with every team, right? You got agents that are going to try to sell and push up and run up the price and all that good jazz. So
I would say as well, I usually don't say this because I hate when Fulham do this, but everyone always wants to get players in really quickly, which is definitely preferable because you want to give them time to bed in and everything.
Yep.
However, I will say that from when the window opens, which is July 15th, and like when you account for the fact that you've got to do visas and stuff, because let's be honest, any Campbell striker we sign is going to be probably someone that's international.
Yeah.
That's going to take a couple of weeks. At that point, you then get into Leagues Cup territory. Like the month of August is basically doesn't exist as far as MLS play goes.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to be able to get anyone in the team for MLS games until we come back into MLS play after Leagues Cup anyway. So I wouldn't be pressing the panic button if we haven't got anyone in within the first couple of weeks.
You would hope though that Zorn and co have got lined up, had the conversations, right? They sort of, if anything, they're still negotiating over that last dollar, right, of salary or whatever. But yeah, I'm used to all my teams bring in players like last day signings at midnight, right? And so, but yeah, I'm with you. It's going to take them a minute, right? But then that goes back to the conversation we was having at the beginning of the show. Carroll can slot in as a 10 and take care of that right off the bat, man. There's going to be none of that needed, right? We can actually focus on maybe a position that we don't really need to touch as quick, right? So again, like Vargas or somebody, right? I don't know, man. Everything about Carroll right now seems to be a positive for Charlotte.
I'll say that we're in a good position because we've got options on what we can do.
Yeah.
How is it that I come back, sorry to interrupt, Matt, and y'all still talking about Carroll?
But no, we started talking about transfers and like how soon we would get somebody. You know what? You should put us on your phone at least and listen to us as you walk around, man, doing whatever you do.
Listen, Lee. It's summertime, number one.
Yeah.
Number two, I got kids a certain age. And number three, my wife's not here, okay? So just ease off, man.
We're gonna take a break on the show real quick. Matt, is your wife there?
No, she's not here. Go ahead.
Neither is mine. Are your kids there, Matt?
They're all asleep, but yeah.
Yeah, I got 2 here as well. So, I mean, I don't see what the problem is, JT.
Oh, it's gonna be like that, huh? It's gonna be like that, huh? Okay, okay. So you want to hit people with trash cans, huh? Okay. All right, all right.
UFC.
No, keep on playing. I know it's hot. I know it's hot. Keep playing. Keep playing. See what happens. No, man. No. No.
It's summertime. Yeah, we got kids, and the wives are not here.
Whatever, man.
So, anyways, but no, the reason we were talking about Carroll again is because we were talking about like the need to get a player in really quick. I love you, JT. Or, should we, panic if a player doesn't come in, because simply the fact it's going to take a while for them to get the visa, get in here, get settled, all that stuff. So yeah, red card JT, man. Yeah,
one of the good things about Reed as well, by the way, is he would not need that visa. He would come straight in, no international spot taken up or anything.
Yeah. No, I agree with you, Matt. I mean, I don't think we need to rush, but at the same time, I think that, surely the front office scouts and everybody have been looking like, hey, I mean, we've known all season long, basically, we needed a 10, right? There's got to be a top 10 of 10s that we want.
One thing you always get in these windows where there's continental and international competitions is it always delays everything. Everyone's like, there's a few transfers that everyone's waiting for the players to like come back from those competitions.
Yeah.
And then once that starts happening, then the domino starts falling.
Yeah, domino effect.
Like, oh, we can't buy this player until we've sold this guy first.
Yeah. Or we make sure we get somebody coming in.
It takes like 1 or 2 dominoes to start falling sometimes. Yeah. And once tournaments start finishing and players start getting knocked out, then you start getting it going.
That's right. What's up, JT? Go ahead.
Well, I'm just thinking, we've been talking about it all season, and we're in 4th place in the East. We're doing really well. It's just going to be, icing on the cake, right?
Yeah, I mean, my point is,
it's not like we're looking for a savior or anything.
No, but at the same time, God forbid somebody gets injured, like Pat gets injured, like when we started with Arfield up top, right, to give Pat a rest. I mean, there was nothing.
I wouldn't say it's a savior, but it takes us from being a good Eastern Conference team to if we get the signings right, it could take us into the territory very quickly of holy crap, they could actually compete for MLS Cup. We'd have to. That's a big level jump, I know, and I'm saying a lot there. Yeah. But if we got those, if we brought in 2 DPs, a striker and a cam, and got them spot on, and with our defense, we would go to that level very quickly.
Yeah.
And playoffs, a little bit of a lottery sometimes for sure, but that becomes our ceiling if we get those signings right.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a big gap from where we are now, right? And make us that much better. And it'd be a good push for the end of the season, too. Go ahead, JT.
I want to know, where was Arfield this last game?
He had a red card.
What? Oh, red card. Hey, you started hanging out.
Into that, man. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, kind of what Matt was saying, right? They're saying that the MLS wrap-up was saying that, too, right? That if we get the 9-10 right, we could be challenging Miami Cincy. Again, I think teams are going to be looking at us and be like, oh, man, we're going to have to hustle, man. We're going to have to play, right?
I think it's opening up for us as well. Cincinnati's got some injury problems right now. They're a really good team. Don't be wrong. They've got some injury problems. They could start falling back if they're not careful. Columbus are a really good team, and they've got games in hand, and I think are a better team than the league standings would have. They're probably the second best team in the conference right now behind Miami.
Right.
Miami could fall off a cliff at any point with the players that they've got being the ages that they are, and just having that long a season. There's chances. If we get the signings right, we could do something. There's opportunities for us.
I mean, and we touched on this last week or the week before. I can't remember what it was, but with the Euros and Copa America, man, and not really any player leaving Charlotte to go to those. At least from our starting 11 and whatnot, right? It's been a big help too, right? So. I mean, it's nothing but positives right now around Charlotte, in my opinion, except for they're not putting shade over the damn stadium.
No, just our southern side or whatever it is.
Yeah. Wherever.
Throwing shade, not actual shade.
Yeah, I'm not throwing shade at the club. I'm just asking for shade.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Did y'all talk about the stadium getting approved?
No, not yet. No, we were. I mean, shit. Let's just touch on. Yeah, I'm sure I hear something. Yep, I love it. Yep. But anyways, Houston's coming up away in Houston. You know, honestly, I don't know too much about Houston, right? We've played them a couple of times. I think they've kind of had our number, but again, we're a different team this year.
We won away there. Wasn't that our first ever away win?
Was it Houston?
I think it was.
Somebody put our first ever away win in the chat. You might be right, actually, Matt.
And I'm talking MLS, not Open Cup or anything like that.
Yeah. I can't remember. Jeez.
They're seventh in the West right now, so they're a good team. They just beat DC 4-1, although DC had someone sent off.
Right.
So I think it was 2-1 to Houston when DC went down.
Beat DC, right? And my memory's going, man. I'm getting old. So, yeah. Okay. All right.
Getting old.
Yeah. You're older than me, right?
You are old.
Oh, man. It's old.
Man.
You're still young in the heart. Oh,
I'm good with remembering stuff post-COVID. Anything pre-COVID, my mind is a blank. That time didn't exist.
Yeah.
You talk about being young at heart, man. Then you really old, dog.
Oh, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was that too much?
Right. Yeah. So, all right. So, yes, just to recap on that, Houston was that first away ever win in 2022. They're on a 3-4 game win streak. They're sitting about 6, I think, in the West. Seventh. And
they've got a game in hand. They're essentially 6th.
Right. So, overall, this, normally I would be a little worried about us, right? Charlotte going away, having to play a team that's in this kind of form. But I don't know, man. What do you think the score is going to be, Matt? And you'll drop it in the comments too.
I'll go for a 1-1, which is a respectable result against a solid team. Like, you're not going to.
Yeah.
I would take that right now. I think that you keep putting points on the board. Like some people say, the formula in MLS is get some away draws and win your home games. So I think this is a time, like, if we get an away tie, I'll take it.
1-1, right? That's it. 2-0. What about you, JT?
Hold on, Matt. Who scores the one goal for us?
Abada. Feel like he's due.
I don't know. Bronico's been looking like he wants to score another one. JT wants to score.
I'm going to say 1-0, like Max Zilla, and 1-0 us. And I'm going to give it to Malanda again.
Malanda, huh? Coming up there, clutch. All right, so I'm going to go with a 2-1. I'm going to say it's going to be Vargas and Pat. That's who I'm going with. So there you go. 1-1.
They've got a couple of good players out. They've got Hector Herrera. A lot of people know.
We just had this weird sort of momentum behind us, man, and I think it's just going to keep carrying. And then we're going to play somebody like, I don't know, New England Revs again and just get our asses handed to us in that game.
Well, the best thing about it, though, is that our defense is so good.
Yeah. Again, Dave makes a valid point here, right? Heat's isn't going to be a factor because we have a few matches. Yeah. I don't know. It's still going to be a little steamy down there, right? And Oren says Abada and Bender 2-1. Bender gets his first, huh? All right, let's see it. Let's hope it happens.
Bendy.
Yeah.
These next, how many games is it? 5 games. I feel like are going to tell us like where we're going to be this season because after Leagues Cup, our schedule is really, really promising looking. We've got Miami away after Leagues Cup at some point, but other than that, we're going to be favourites in every other game after Leagues Cup.
No, that's it. We did our stint at home, right, in May. We kind of doing our stint away in June/July. And, if we can, like you said, man, it was about to stay.
I'm telling you, though, July 3rd, our next home game, which is pretty, it's a holiday on July 4th for pretty much everybody. And most people are off that day.
We should pack out the stadium, man.
I'm telling you, a Wednesday night, middle of the summer, July 3rd into July 4th, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, Michael makes a point here. Who are we putting in for Westwood?
Diani, I think.
Diani?
Maybe Urso, although I'm not sure whether Urso's fit yet or not. But Diani would be – I would play Diani, Bronico, Bender.
Yeah, that's not a bad shout. Yeah, and I'm not sure if they're opening up the top bowl. They are.
They are.
I
They're
would
still
assume
selling
so,
the tickets for crazy prices, even though Messi's not playing.
right? Hey, don't say that because I might have two I need to list.
They're
But,
hoping people don't notice that Messi's not playing that game.
yeah.
Although I still see some questions out there about it.
Yeah, of course.
I'm like, guys,
that's it.
some people are
Again,
still selling their tickets for that game for insane prices, or they've got them listed for crazy prices because they're hoping people don't realize that Messi's not playing. But
that's it. Hashtag CLTFC if you want to in on the giveaway here in a few minutes. But yeah, so let's let's talk about the stadium a bit, right? City council or whatever agreed, I guess, to pay to have it renovated with the caveat. Go ahead, JT. You know more about it than I do.
Yeah, so basically the stadium, Bank of America Stadium, where CLTFC plays, and the Carolina Panthers, both owned by Tepper Industries, Sports, whatever. The city of Charlotte owns the property underneath it, but the stadium is owned by Tepper. So a long time ago when they built it in the 90s, there was a tax built in to Mecklenburg County, aka Charlotte. If you go to a restaurant or a bar or a hotel in the city of Charlotte or Mecklenburg County, it's like a 1% tax, but that adds up, obviously. And that money has to be used, is earmarked for the stadium or for the convention center, which was redone during COVID, or some other amateur sports. There's a different pot for Spectrum Center and the Hornets and other things, but that money specifically has to be used. It can't be used for streets or schools, all these better things we'd love to see. I mean, true, but it has to be used for the. I just want to lay that foundation.
Yeah.
So, the city of Charlotte today agreed to, as in the council members approved, 7-3, $650 million over the next. The project's supposed to be done by 2029, but they're just going to make it better. They're going to redo all the stuff. There's going to be a whole different area outside. And it's not just that, it's HVAC, it's all things, it's delivery. They're redoing the whole thing. And the key factor is the team, aka Charlotte FC, what we care about here, and the Panthers stay in the city of Charlotte for 20 more years, no matter what. And then after that, they're talking about, I didn't hear this until today, but they are talking about by 2049, God willing, by 2049, there will be a new stadium, a completely new stadium.
By the way, not to be morbid, but Tepper's going to be dead by 2049.
Well,
it's going to, I know they've got it written into that deal. That's not going to be, at that point, it's not going to be a Tepper Sports deal. Sold it to someone else at some point.
That contract has to carry over, right?
Tepper Sports or whatever.
It will, but it's not going to be Tepper. I think that's worth pointing out.
Matt. Listen, dog. $22 billion. Now, his body might not be here. He might not be rolling up around a conference table, but his head's going to be in a jar, still giving out messages. Like, what are you talking about, man? By 2035, get the fuck out of here, Matt. Tell me Tepper ain't going to be here no more. What the fuck? No,
2040, whatever it was, 2046.
Man, hey, 2049.
Hey, retired by then, man.
2049, robot walking around, old DT's head on there. Shit.
Right. His damn hedge fund will still be around.
That's true.
Yeah, he got kids, right? I'm sure he's going to leave it to his kids.
I have thoughts about it all. My main one being, and this is how I feel in general about this, is that in England's sports teams don't get public money for stadiums at all. Like that doesn't happen. Yep. West Ham is a bit of a weird one with the Olympic Stadium, but that's an outlier. 99% of the time, it's completely privately funded. So I'm always weirded out by the fact that the US sports teams do that. However, it's also kind of the way it is now. So I'm like, okay, like I don't like it, but it's kind of the way it is. Like
you've adapted. Look at you, man.
Yeah. So I'm like, I don't like it, but whatever. It is. I've got bigger things to worry about. So the next thing I come to is what goes into what's been done with the stadium itself. My biggest concern is that let me backtrack a second. I do like I will admit to the fact that there are some like amenity things, like not amenity. There are some like infrastructure things that JT spoke about that do need to be fixed in the stadium. It is old, like electrical, plumbing, HVAC, or whatever. The speaker system is crap in the stadium. It's complete shit. I'll be honest. It's not good at all. That kind of stuff does need to be fixed. I completely agree there. The point that bothers me about it is that I don't see much stuff being in this deal that helps out the regular fan, the Joe Blow that like me and you that goes to the stadium every time. There's the two big things that are happening are the gigantic video screens outside the stadium. They're going to be used as basically billboards. Let's be honest. Like they look kind of cool, but it doesn't really change my match day experience. Like, oh, okay, great, big sign. Like, what do you do? Then the next thing is the big suite thing up on the 500 level that's going to go there, which is basically for corporate guests. And again, that's the way stadiums everywhere are going. I feel like these days, less overall seats, more corporate space. But I want to see more that benefits the regular fan in there. There's some stuff I've complained about on Twitter about like they've promised us like better TIFO rigging for a few years and that's never come. I would have liked to have seen that like built into like it's a tiny thing, admittedly, but stuff like that, like just give us a little like something sweet there, like just do a little bit of something for the soccer fans in there and for the regular fans. That's what I'm asking for. Does like a roof I would like as well. It seems they've gone completely against that. I know it's a lot of money, like, but there's a lot. I would like to see more in there that impacts the regular fan.
I just want to make the point. I agree completely, Matt. But this is just the first. I mean, everything has not been figured out. That was a rendering. And one thing they have on the upper level, not the suite level, the 500 level, is like an open area to hang out and stuff too. So that is more towards the regular fan. But there is plenty more input that's going to be put into it. There's plenty more things to figure out. Things are going to change as they do this over the next 5 years. But as far as I understand, there are definitely deals that they got to use contractors that are local. They got to, they're doing it the right way, as far as I can understand. And to your point, Matt, there will be more things for the normal fan. But when you say that, I think about even if you can afford to get in the stadium, there's going to be more stuff on the outside to make it more of a fan experience. So if you're not just hearing Jesus saves, you can also be hanging out, doing so. I don't know what else is going to be out there. But
they're going to have that park or something out there, right? So that social area, the upper level, is that going to be open for soccer games or no? Do we know? Or is that going to be like whenever they open the top?
That's what I'm saying.
That's kind of half my point. Like, you're right, JT. Maybe they will do this other stuff, but I can only say how I feel about it based on what I see right now.
And now,
that's the way. Like, I'm purely going on what I'm seeing and hearing right now. Will they add other stuff? I really hope so.
Yeah.
I can only go on what I'm seeing right now.
Yeah.
And
what I'm saying,
I have a hard time being like fully behind it because of that.
Right. Exactly. And what I'm saying, what we are all seeing right now is far from absolute. It's just, I mean, there are definitely things that are going to happen, but it's going to play out. There's going to be things that are going to be different and whatever. And oh, by the way, we have a voice, people, to put out there into the ether of the world what we want our stadium from the CLTFC fan TV and CLTFC world, how to celebrate it and how to do what we want to do. So we got to think about it ourselves and figure it out.
That's it. Hashtag CLTFC if you went in on the drawing, man. So there you go, man. That was a lot covered tonight, I'd say, man. Way to go, fellas.
Oh, you want me to go again? I think one of my kids might need me right now.
Okay, that's fine. All right, go do what you got to do, man.
Just pour some emergency down their throats. That'd be fine.
That's it.
Cures everything.
Yeah. All right, man.
We'll make emergency.
Yeah, that's it. Let me see here.
Whoever wins, you got. Let's see if I can do it. This is the only one that's different. Westy. I love the Foos with the green. Defend the Queen. Hey, he's coming back. He's coming back, baby. I love the face on Lindsay right there. And the mayor.
All right. Hashtag COTFC, man. 60 seconds. So, yeah, man. Anything else you want to add, JT?
Hey, let's go.
Let's go, man.
So excited.
All right, here we go. Dun, dun, dun. Winner is Pepe. All right.
All right, Pepe.
Tell them how to find you, man.
No, Pepe, you got to tell us which one you want first because I'm not putting all these in my backpack. Find us after the game. Any game. If you can't make it to the next home game, send some, whatever. I'll just keep it in there. Which one do you want, Pepe? It wasn't rigged.
In the comments.
All right, well, Pepe, if you're not still around, just let us know. Adam, thank you again.
Yeah, hit us up on the. If you go back and watch it, hit us up in the. Oh, there he is. Go ahead and put which one you want in there, brother.
Which one do you want? Which one do you want?
So, anyways, why he does that, Matt, man, where can people find you?
At Westwood's Tea Gang on various social media outlets.
There you go. That's what's up, man. He wants the mayor. There you go. Good choice. Yeah, and you can find us. If you're new to the show, please hit that sub button. Tell your friends about us. Share us all over the place, man. We appreciate it. You can find us outside the home games, outside the supporters entrance, interviewing you guys as you come out half lit, telling us what you thought about the games. And we're at CLT FC Fan TV. And with that being said, JT, do you have anything you need to say?
For the fans, by the fans, with emergency, baby!